Real hoodoo versus commercial hoodoo. The double that scripture warns about. Shalom, family. Today we're dealing with a revelation that needs to be spoken clearly. The difference between real hoodoo and commercial hoodoo. And we're going to let scripture define that difference. Not superstition, not culture, not trends, scripture. Let's start with Ecclesiasticus 42:24. It says one line. All things are double, one against another. That means everything God creates has a true version and a counterfeit, a real version and a fake version, a holy version and a corrupted version. So if commercial hoodoo exists, the counterfeit, then real hoodoo must exist, the covenant version. Scripture says everything has a double. That includes spiritual system. Commercial hoodoo is the counterfeit. It is money driven, spell driven, product driven, manipulation driven. It sells candles, oils, powders, and quick fixes. It is superstition packaged as spirituality. It is disconnected from covenant, disconnected from spirit, disconnected from righteousness. It is the other side Ecclesiasticus warned about. Real hoodoo is the covenant version. It is spirit-led, ancestor-aligned, Messiah pattern, rooted in obedience, not merchandise, rooted in righteousness, not profit, rooted in identity, not superstition. Real hoodoo is the true side of the double. Now let's bring in 1 John 5:3. It says his commandments are not grievous. That means real hoodoo is obedience. Real hoodoo is covenant. Real hoodoo is doing what God says. Commercial hoodoo is burdensome because it is transactional. Real hoodoo is light because it is obedience-based. Now 1 Timothy 6:10-11. It says the love of money is the root of all evil. Commercial hoodoo is literally built on the love of money. Selling spells, selling charms, selling superstition. But Paul says, but thou, O man of God, flee these things. Real hoodoo flees commercialization. Real hoodoo refuses to turn spirit into merchandise. Now Matthew 6:24. Jesus says, you cannot serve God and mammon. Commercial hoodoo serves mammon. Real hoodoo serves God. That is the divided line. You cannot serve both. You cannot mix both. You cannot blend both. One is covenant, one is commerce. One is spirit, one is superstition. Now Deuteronomy 30:15. God says, I have set before thee life and good, and death and evil. Commercial hoodoo chooses profit, manipulation, superstition, and death energy. Real hoodoo chooses life, covenant, spirit, righteousness, and obedience. Moses said we must choose life. And real hoodoo is the life side of the double. So here's the clean revelation. Ecclesiasticus 42:24 says everything has a double, a real version and a counterfeit. That means if commercial hoodoo exists, then real hoodoo must exist. 1 John 5:3 shows real hoodoo is obedience. 1 Timothy 6:10-11 shows commercial hoodoo is rooted in the love of money. Matthew 6:24 says, you cannot serve God and money. And Deuteronomy 30:15 says, we must choose life, not profit. Real hoodoo is the righteous side of the double. The spirit-led, covenant-rooted, ever-living path. Commercial hoodoo is the counterfeit, the money-driven, superstition-based, manipulative path. Scripture makes the difference clear. And real hoodoo stands on the side of life, covenant, and spirit. Shalom.